Restoration is brought to you by
High Sense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Yes, extra long sanitary pad for extra comfort.
We got Yes protection.
Welcome to Restoration with Stacy. Here we bring you stories that will give you the hope to know that there is always light at the end of the tunnel. I want to say a very big thank you to our sponsors, High Sense, Yas Washing Powder and Yas Sanitary Pad, Hooch Corn and Choco Flakes, GTP, La Palm Royal Beach Hotel, and of course, Jim Rake Estate. Also, I want to say a very big thank you to Adonko Original Hand Sanitizer. And what would I do without my glam squad? A very big thank you going out to Divine Cassie for my makeup, Inshilo for my wig, and Style by Yemi for styling my wig so beautifully. I would want to say a very big thank you to Ophelia of ABS Collection for my outfit.
Ghana Bob, yeah, damwase. Corona yare ibaye. Abaya yeshe bebre. Ensi oto, ensi ofomo din. High Sense dwene mo honti. Ya nyema ne bo no. Ya yeshe esuru kukwa wa ho dia mam. Na mo mesrew. Corona yare nti. Ya de Bible nhye bebre agu akwam esa me ne omi enu ye di nti. Nti se wo beto ade a wadaroma ya nya wotre. Yen kosto a na yendi an Bible nhye ya aban de agu akwam ama ye nyina na so. Na be bua ye nyina. Madam High Sense nie. Kunim Dada, say High Sense dear, everyday prices for everyday people.
GTP, timeless.
I remember the days I just couldn't go to the gym because it was that time of the month. Yas extra long sanitary pad took the worry away. Easy.
Yes comfort, I got yes confidence, I got yes.
The new Yas extra long sanitary pad is the joy of every woman. It is extra absorbent and fits perfect. Don't allow anything to hold you back when it's that time.
Wow.
Yes.
Feel confident, stay fresh.
Hi, is it supposed to be that time of the month?
Yes. I got yes confidence, I got
Yes.
we got yes protection, I got
Yas extra long sanitary pad for extra comfort.
we got yes protection.
Hello, your friend Jackie. So we will be a winning on who are the jet to semia and pimpino. You to me 5 gems if in Kitadia, you need your brucia, your fans, any and down for anyam. Nanso, who bet to me about home by using a Donko hand sanitizer, debia, any bribia. Every say you to me 5 gems if in Yama Yasa is so. A Donko hand sanitizer, bet to me about home by debia, free gems, bacteria, you need in home. A Donko hand sanitizer, sure or dog. Never home by
FD Afrisha said Jadian Kratoimu Adia Tum say Underarms. You don't usually think about them. You protect them from sweat and odor. But that's not enough. What they need is something that takes care of them. So they feel good whatever you put them through. Introducing Dove Antiperspirant. It goes beyond 48-hour protection, giving you long-lasting dryness and soft, smooth underarms. Dove Antiperspirant cares for your underarm skin like never before.
To help fight the spread of germs, learn Lifebuoy's hand washing habits. Wash hands with soap or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Together, let's help fight the spread of germs in Africa.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Nido Fortigrow contains essential nutrients to help your child be body and mind ready for school.
I know he's ready because the love I give him grows with him.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
the end of an era can actually be the beginning of a new one. And our guest today is going to share a story of how he moved from one era to a new one that is actually booming and bringing him a lot of relevance. My guest today is Dada Hafco. What's up?
Yeah.
Hey, now rapper, high life artist. How are you doing, darling?
I'm great.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I've been around.
Most of us know you from the group Nframa.
Yeah.
And Nframa was very vibrant and you guys were going places. Then suddenly, boom.
Yeah, it's part of life.
What happened?
I mean, I feel nothing happened. We got to a point where we felt everybody wanted to chart a new path, their own individual paths, so we mutually agreed to part, ways.
It's like you guys grew.
I mean, yes, we had 2 albums. We had worked for 6 years, and so we had kind of like wanting to venture into something different, and then when you start working with somebody and it gets to a point where the energy is no more there, because I need to focus on me, so at that point I wouldn't have to worry about somebody else.
Was it money related?
No. It wasn't nothing of a sort. I think that it was just probably egos at play, because, for this business, when you start in the beginning, it's all, quiet and understanding and everything. And then the moment some relevance starts coming in, everybody think that they can do something extra, something different, So when it got to that point, I felt like, I can't do this no more. I need to chart my own path and look into my future.
Did it come to the part where your fans were actually comparing the two of you?
That one, you can't take that away. That will always play a part. And then the fact that most of the people will align with one member of the group more than the other, it makes that person feels probably disrespected or maybe thinking that the people are giving relevance or people are paying attention to you alone, and so some of these things were causing a lot of friction. But, for me, I feel like leadership comes from God. When the people choose leaders, people don't make themselves leaders.
Yeah.
We go to vote. It's the people that choose leaders. So I think it comes from God. So when people view me as that, nobody can change it. It can't be changed. We need to just move with it. For me, if I'm working with you and everybody sees you as the leader, I don't mind. Do all
once the work is getting done.
And when the money comes, it's 50-50. Nobody cheats nobody and saying that I do a lot of work and so So once it's like that, I don't have a problem. But.
And how did the split affect you?
I mean, it did a lot of damage because, in Ghana, people don't want change in Ghana. In Ghana, when people know that you are a group, they want you to remain a group forever. So the moment you break away and want to do something different, even when you make a good song like Michael Jackson, somebody will come and say, oh, go back to the group, go back to the group. But I did not get deterred by that. I felt like I just had to keep on keeping on. And then when I was branching away, I decided to change a few things, like changing from rap to singing and then focusing on high life music instead of the hip life we're doing and all of that. So it became a new me. I started like a whole new artist on his own.
Were you scared how people were going to receive you?
I wasn't. For me, one thing about me is when I set my mind on something, nothing distracts me. I just keep moving. I mean, I met a lot of posts, a lot of difficulties, obstacles, and all of that. But because when we were in our prime, most of the people I was meeting in my new venture were probably little or baby in GSS, and some of these people would disrespect you and all of that. But I never got deterred by it. I feel like I just got to keep on doing what I want to do.
Okay, so now let's move from Nframa to you. We just got to know you through Nframa. Before Nframa, what were you doing?
Well, I mean, before Nframa, I had worked a bit. I had done journalism as well. And so, because for me, music was by accident, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, music was by accident. For me, all I wanted to do in my life was anything football related.
Really?
That's everything I wanted to do in my life was everything. Sports journalism, playing of football, become a coach, or, team management. These were the things I wanted to do. For me, it wasn't even about the money, it was about the passion.
The passion.
Because when I was a little boy, anytime I'm giving money to go and buy food, I'll take it to go and buy graphic, like newspaper.
Oh.
Just to get news, about football and things like that. So music was like by accident. It was when I was doing journalism, and then, when I went to secondary school, I started doing hip hop. I started listening to hip hop music. So that is where my love for hip hop came through. So I grew up with it, loving hip hop, following hip hop, recording demos and things like that. But I never thought, or I never dreamt of ever holding a mic to sing. So when I was doing journalism, that was when I'll be writing notes, and then I'll be singing with what I'm writing, and I'll ask myself, this is nobody's song, or this is nobody's music. So that is where and then at that time I had met some friends also who were trying to do music, so we formed a group, and that is how everything started moving.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How was growing up for you?
Growing up, it was, for me, I lived with my grandmother, so I was.
You are Nanaba.
Yeah, I remember, I lived with my grandmother and my siblings, because my grandmother had 6 children, and then their kids, because all of them were not in the country at the time. So we're all living with our grandmother, So, when you're living with your grandmother, you're scared because you can't overdo certain things. I've been to the farm. My grandmother was a baker, so I know how to bake bread. I've sold.
You're joking.
Yeah. I bake bread. I've sold it. I have a lot. You're living with your grandmother. That is what feeds the family. So, I go to the milling place to go and carry the flour. Bring it. And it's not like somebody I do it by myself, because for us it was generational. Like my big sister used to do it. And then when she was fading away, my other cousins started doing it.
You have to learn.
Yes, so it got to my turn also. So you have to wake up at dawn, maybe like 4 a.m. to come and put fire in the oven, to come and check if it's okay for the bread to come in and all of that. So by the time my grandmother will come from dawn church, dawn church service, everything will be done. Yeah, it will be ready. So,
Where was this?
Abitifi.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And guys baking bread. Where were the girls?
That's what I'm saying. It was we were doing it. Yes. The only female who was after me was 2 after me. And so for her, it wasn't her turn yet. So it was my turn. And then I used to be very handy, for me. I used to be the only grandchild who used to close from school and chase my grandmother to the farm to go and meet her up. And sometimes
help her.
Yeah, when you're going, you will see a lot of grandchildren who are sitting by the roadside waiting for their grandmoms. But me, I will go to the farm. I used to do that a lot. So I was very closer to my grandmama. And so whatever she does, I kind of feel her pain, because all these kids with her alone. So I was very handy in trying to always help to speed things up. Yeah.
So at that time, where were your parents?
My parents were outside the country.
Whoa.
So yeah.
So at what time did you leave Ko?
I left Ko. I think I left Ko around 95. I think, yeah.
Leaving Ko to Accra.
Yeah.
How was it for you? Because this was a new space. Yeah. New people, you did not have the protection of grandma. It was you against the world.
Yeah.
How was it for you?
The thing is, we used to come for, holidays.
It won't be the same.
Whenever.
It won't be the same.
Well, yes, but, we used to come for holidays whenever school vacates. And so we had friends here.
Okay.
We had uncles here. So coming here was like coming home as well, because, you're coming to your uncle and his wife and his kids. So it was like coming into the same
and
family.
A family that is away.
Exactly. So it wasn't really, really difficult,
When you came to Accra, was it just for school or it was for you to find your path?
It was
as an adult.
No, it was school plus, anything that comes with it. But school was prime. School was like the main concern. And then, anything that comes with it.
Did you have any challenges?
Of course, as human, challenges will come, because at that time, I got a job, at the same time schooling, so I closed from, the school was in the evenings, so I closed from work and I go to school, so it was like very challenging, every time, you have to try and do this and do that at the same time.
Someone will see Hafco and think, you're on your Crada.
Oh no.
So you actually worked and schooled at the same time?
Yes.
What kind of job did you have?
I worked as an accountant.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So after balancing your sheets, you go back to school to acquire knowledge?
Knowledge, yes.
How long did you do this?
I did it for like 2 years, I think, yeah.
Did you get tired at a point?
Well, the passion was there. The passion was there, so I always saw it as, for me, I used to have a code when I was growing up, and the code was I need to gym my brain, I need to feed my brain with a lot of information, because when you do that, you win at all levels, so because of that passion, I never got tired or anything. I felt like I'm doing this for the future, and it has become very, very helpful.
So now you have your knowledge in journalism, you have your knowledge in accounting, and you have music.
I have music.
Yes.
And I have soccer. I won't leave that out.
As a soccer, you're not planning to give it up?
No. Eventually, I would love to embark on maybe a journey to be a coach or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
So let's get back to you becoming a solo act. Mm-hmm. How long did it take you to make that decision?
It didn't take much, because when we were in the group, I could see signs of the end time coming.
What were some of the signs?
Signs like, there were a lot of complaints, there were a lot of, arguments, disagreements, and all of that. So I will always tell myself that I need to be battle ready when a day comes that this thing will be no more.
So Peswa became very confrontational. Is that what?
Well, he is not about him being confrontational, but we work with people, and so mostly words will be going around.
Hearsays.
Hearsays like what you're not allowing somebody to shine. You're not allowing somebody to do it. Then even recently, I've heard quite a number of interviews where he himself has said that, he doesn't want me to shine, and all of it. So to me, I used to tell myself that, I need to start preparing myself for that bigger day, on the day that it happens, say, I didn't need him, and funny enough, I wasn't the one who broke the group up.
He did?
Yes.
How did he do it?
Okay, so I went to a party. Nframa was having his birthday party. And I went there and I met him. So when I met him and I told him, because mostly that's how the work used to be. I told him, I've got a new song I want us to work on. And then he agreed. I said, okay, do your verse X, Y, B, and Z. So we agreed and everybody parted ways. 2 days later, I had a call from Ghana Music. They said, what's happened to your group? I said, why? They said, oh, your partner has come here with his song saying that he can't work with you no more.
Oh.
And I'm like, are you serious? So they actually recorded him on his blind side. Then they sent the recording to me.
That was not right.
Yes, I used to have the recording on my phone until I think recently that I got it deleted. So it wasn't for me.
Someone you had met few days at a party?
Yes, 2 days earlier. 2 days earlier. So it had nothing to do with me.
So when you got that audio, What went through your mind?
Nothing. I just said to myself, the big day is here. That preparation I was doing. Yes, the preparation I was doing, some months and years back, the day had arrived. So I prophesied to myself and it came to pass. Yeah. So I was ready for the new challenge.
It tells us that we should be careful what we say with our mouth and what we think sometimes. Well, when we come back, we get to know what is happening with Dada Hafco and his new journey. We'll be right back after this break.
Ghana Bob, yeah, damwase. Corona yare ibaye. Abaya yeshisheye bebre. Ensi oto, ensi ofomo day. High sense june mu honti. Ya nyama ne bono. Ya yeshisheye sunu kukwa wa won dia mam. Nemo mesreo. Corona yare nti. Ya de Bible yeshisheye bebre agu akwam. Esa me ne omi enu ye di nti. Nti se wo beto ade a wadaroma aya nya abotre. Yen kosto a na yendi an Bible yeshisheye a aban de agu akwam ama ye nyina na so. Never boy nyina. Madam High Sense nie. Winim Dada say High Sense dear. Everyday prices for everyday people.
GTP, timeless.
I remember the days I just couldn't go to the gym because it was that time of the month. Yas extra long sanitary pad took the worry away. Easy.
Yes, comfort, I got. Yes, confidence, I got. Yes.
The new Yas extra long sanitary pad is the joy of every woman. It is extra absorbent and fits perfect. Don't allow anything to hold you back when it's that time.
Wow.
Yes.
Feel confident, stay fresh.
Hi. Is it supposed to be that time of the month?
Yes. I got. Yes, confidence, I got.
Yes.
We got yes protection. I got.
Yas extra long sanitary pad for extra comfort.
We got yes protection.
Hello, Nframa Jackie. So we will be a winning on who are the jet to semia and pimpino. You to me 5 gems if in kitadia ye ni brusia, your fans any and down for anyam. Nanso, who bet to me about home by using a Donko hand sanitizer, debia, any brebia. Every say you to me 5 gems if in yama yesa isom. A Donko hand sanitizer, bet to me about home by debia, free gems, bacteria, you need in home. A Donko hand sanitizer, sure or dog. Never home by
FD Ashwisha said Jadian Kratoimu Ajia Tum say a ye. Underarms. You don't usually think about them. You protect them from sweat and odor. But that's not enough. What they need is something that takes care of them. So they feel good whatever you put them through. Introducing Dove Antiperspirant. It goes beyond 48-hour protection, giving you long-lasting dryness and soft, smooth underarms. Dove Antiperspirant cares for your underarm skin like never before.
To help fight the spread of germs, learn Lifebuoy's hand washing habits. Wash hands with soap or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Together, let's help fight the spread of germs in Africa.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Nido Fortigrow contains essential nutrients to help your child be body and mind ready for school.
I know he's ready because the love I give him grows with him.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Jolu, and this is actually our final winner for Jolu. Jolu, you have been amazing. I've really enjoyed my time here. And now I'm at Pale Point, and we have Georgina with us. Gina, how are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm doing wonderful. And how is work?
It's okay.
This is your season with COVID in the system. I'm sure people are coming a lot to buy their vitamins, to buy sanitizers and all of that.
Yes,
but you should sell Adonko original hand sanitizer. It's the best.
It's
the best. Well, let me ask you, which episode is your favorite?
Kwame Eugene.
Kwame Eugene.
Yes.
Hey. So, Nana McBrown, Kwame Eugene, Empress Gifty for Jolu. Well, tell me, what do you like about the show?
Oh, it's inspiring. It's education. It's inspiring. It educates us, the young ones. Yeah.
Wow.
It motivates us too.
So you don't miss it?
Oh, I do.
Sometimes you do.
Yeah, because of my work.
Because of work.
Yeah.
But you know now you can actually watch it on the Star Times app. So
yes, please.
You don't have to miss it. Or you can go to our YouTube channel, which is Restoration TV GH, and you can actually watch all the episodes.
Okay.
So YouTube, those of you who do miss it, just go on YouTube, Restoration TV GH is one word, Restoration TV GH, and you can watch all the episodes that you have missed. So, Gina, I have this present from Hisense for you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for allowing us into your homes to inspire you. What do you have to tell Hisense?
Thank you very much. God bless you. I'm really delighted and happy to get this.
So thank you very much. Now that we're done, I'm going to get my Adonko original hand sanitizer. And of course, I'm going to sanitize my hand. So see you next week. If you want to see me in your neighborhood, get in touch with us via our social media platforms. And my crew and I will be there to surprise you. Catch you. Welcome back from that break, and that is our winner for this week's Hisense Super Crazy Giveaway moment. So in our studio, Dada Hafco will also get to pick a card. Then we'll see what he will take home today. Yay, Hafco, Yaba. So let's get to you now, your music.
Yeah.
Why highlife?
Well, I think that highlife is the only genre that has been originated from here. Okay, together with hip life. Now, every country in the world have a claim on something. The Jamaicans, they've claimed reggae. Mm-hmm. No matter where in this world, everywhere that you play reggae, everybody will link you to Jamaica. The Americans, they've claimed hip hop. The French, they've claimed soukous. What is Ghana representing? In the international music market, we need to have an identity, a Ghanaian identity for our music. Mm-hmm. Which one will go? Obviously, it is highlife. Because those that came before us, they have done a lot with highlife music. The Nanam Pedus, the Obobaji Adofos, and the Kofi Sames, and all these people. So for me, I felt like I wanted to represent something that has been originated from here. You know, and that is the only genre that could actually put Ghanaians on the map everywhere. Today, when the Nigerians started the movement for Afrobeat, they are laying a claim on it. No matter where you find yourself, if you make Afrobeat, people in the Western world think you are from Nigeria. Ghana, we need to have something like that for us. So I chose what I feel could put me out there, you know, very originally and authentically.
Couldn't it be more contemporary? Because looking at your age, you're pretty young. So I was thinking, high life there, but and swaggy kakra, but you have gone very typical high life. Something you would hear Adolfo or Amachi Dede sing.
Well, yes, simply because I blend them. I tried the lyric. When you listen to my lyric, yes, it typifies that olden vibe. But you know, the production sometimes doesn't stay there because we're in 2021. Mm-hmm. So I definitely have to, you know, leverage it to the youth of today, you know, but still maintaining that original, authentic sound of high life. Because that is what belongs to us. That is what is ours. You know, everything that we do is good, is nice. But the point is that, can it represent Ghana somewhere? If you find yourself playing a show in Vanuatu or Papua New Guinea or Saudi Arabia, anywhere, if you play hip hop, they think you're from America.
Yeah.
If you play reggae, they will think, what would you do for them to realize that this person is from Ghana? That is the original sound. And it is in the bigger picture. A lot of people don't look in the bigger picture. A lot of people are concerned about what is happening today. But I am a generational thinker. So I am thinking years ahead, to affect generations to come, to have some kind of, impact on the generations to come. Either than that, we will lose our roots, we will lose our culture. And any country that loses its culture would never become a country again.
You get lost.
Today, China, they are number one in technology. China people can manufacture a spoon that they could plug for it to go and tear food to come and feed them. But they still eat with sticks. Why? Culture, tradition, maintaining it. You need to. One day, imagine if you close from work and you go home and you go and Kalista has started speaking like an Indian. How would you feel? Because she has watched too much Kunkumbagya.
She started speaking Korean.
Exactly.
And it was quite scary.
Exactly. You understand? So we need to start an advocacy where the Made in Ghana agenda, it must live in us. This is who we are. Why are we copying people when they don't copy us? They don't copy us. Do they copy us? They don't. But we, so we are always over copying stuff from our side. So for me, the highlife thing must actually be an agenda. It must be a national agenda. We need to tilt our ways for it to become a national agenda where everybody, it will become a movement where everybody will get involved. Funny thing is, in the past 10 years, every big song that has come out of this land is a highlife song.
Highlife.
But most of the people who do it, they don't call themselves highlife artists, simply because when you call yourself a highlife artist, people think you're a villager. People think we're Krasini. So people are ashamed to even call themselves. To own it. But it is that which feeds them. That is what feeds all these people. Because the mega blue mind hits are all highlife infused. So for me, I think that is the agenda, and I'm focused, I'm staying on that path.
No. That's interesting. But for your lyrical content with a song like Yebeunti, and come on, I don't know if you're a B2 how did that song come about?
I mean, for every song of mine, I try to put myself in people's shoes. If you don't make music that people can relate to, it becomes difficult for them to accept it. So for me, I thought about people would owe landlords until the day Jesus Christ comes. People would think because of the world's problems until the day Jesus Christ comes. So if I can put all of them together to make a song, it would trigger people. And when that song came, it was like in a week, it was like moving like wildfire, like everywhere, simply because people could relate with the lyric. For me, I am a lyricist. I believe that if I'm able to make music and structure my lyricism such that people would easily fall into it, that is what I do. Because a lot of people make music that is noise. People don't actually pay attention to the lyrical prowess of a song. But for me, I do. Because I believe now people pay attention to music.
Yeah.
So if my music is playing, somebody must be able to, So
how was the feeling when you got that acceptance with that song?
It felt good. It felt like I'm back.
Especially when people might have said a lot.
Yes. So I heard people say that you don't have the talent, just drop the mic. You can't do it, just drop, all these talk, but it was a good feeling, like I am back, and that's it.
And you got nominated for Ghana Music Awards.
Yes, I got nominated for, Ghana Music Awards, Ghana Music Awards UK, Ghana Music Awards Europe, Ghana Music Awards South Africa. Got nominated
throughout.
Yeah, throughout.
Wow, you should be very proud of yourself.
Yeah. As for the proud, we are proud of it. Let me tell you a story. I wasn't even supposed to speak well. Okay. When I was like 8, 9, I had a very crazy accident that almost took my tongue off. you know. But today, after surgery and after everything, I'm able to speak properly for people to hear. I'm able to sing, to have fans, for people to love my music. So, you know, that is why I'm very close to God, but not everybody knows.
You are not serious. Your tongue almost came off.
Yes. Was
it a car accident?
No. I'm playing with somebody. We're playing football. Now, when I was a kid, I was very, very smallish. So I know how to play football, so I'll dribble, penny for, and things like that. So we're playing in a gutter. The guy kicked me. When I was coming to land, I landed on the edge of the gutter.
With your jaw?
Yes. And it was a crazy scene, you know. And the talk was, you can't. So, but my grandmother was like, my grandmother was somebody who was very, very highly religious. So she would be like, you know, so we've been through all that. You know what I mean? So for me, when I hear stuff like, he can do it, I just...
You laugh because you know what you've been through.
Yeah, I just tell myself that is what I like. You know, because nobody can play God. In this life, a lot of people play God. People, you are not God. You know what I mean? You need to allow things to simmer down. So for me, I'll hear stuff, but it doesn't push me away. I just keep on doing my thing.
This is some revelation, huh?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to heal?
Could be a year. Yeah, because it took long. It took long. It took very long. It took long, yeah.
I'm stunned. I can't find words.
I know.
I'm just trying to picture it.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. And then I live with my grandmother, so she doesn't, you know, somebody, an old lady who hasn't been to school before, you know, so she doesn't even know, okay, this one crab, if they try to adjust it this way, it's going to worry the kid in the future, or it's going to, you know what I mean? So we recently, I think I even told Babani, I met a childhood friend who's now a doctor who knows the story. So I met him somewhere. Charlie, why you popular? Charlie, but that your thing way happen. You know, say you go feel repair. I'm like, yo, it is not something that I've hidden, like I've hid it with me. Mm-hmm. It's right in front of my face. If you see me, you like me, you like me. Mm-hmm. If you don't like me, you don't like me. So, I mean, yeah, I might contemplate with it to see if I'll do it, but I don't think it's necessary.
Oh, God is a good God.
Yeah.
So moving forward, what should we expect from you?
A lot. I mean, I have an album that is ready, that, you know, we're going to release. I have a lot of good music. I mean, just we'll bring you a lot of good music. And
good, authentic highlife
music, you know, and then we need the support. Everybody who has been supporting, streaming my song, wherever they find themselves, so I'm super grateful, you know.
How soon is it coming up?
Oh, you know, I have a new song with Akwaba out called Playboy that is already playing. So as we speak, I'm in the studio also readying another new single before the album hits the stores. So
you've been in the forefront of issues concerning Gamro, mm-hmm. and trying to get musicians to get their due so far as their profession and work is concerned.
Yes.
But lately, it's been like you've been in the face of Rexoma. Do you have personal issues with him?
No. I mean, everything that I say, I don't attack Uncle Rex. Uncle Rex is legendary. You know, we all grew up listening to his music and everything. It is about the institution. It's about the Gamro institution. It's not about Rex. It's not about Eja Abraham or anybody. I mean, we are saying that a musician's first point of collection of money is not shows. That culture we need to understand. A musician's first point of collection is whenever your music spins on the radio, you must get money for it. There must be tariffs. If he had played for 1 million times in the whole Ghana, and I was supposed to get 20 pesos on each, that is 2 million Ghana. kabana makudi jeta no ato ase.
Hey, nasana otinya skana better jet.
Because we need to look, big in people's faces. You understand? And that is what the Nigerians they do. That is where they kind of control the scene on the continent because things work out there. Now, if we don't have all these regulations working, now the copyright law says that when you make if you have an intellectual property, you're supposed to receive royalties for 70 years. So, like by now, when Ochame Kofi was making music, he could name Calista as a co-writer.
Okay.
A co-writer. So that
even when he's not there.
Yes, so that some of the royalty will be channeled into Callista's account. And imagine for the next 70 years, recently, American hip-hop artist Nas, he listed his daughter, Destiny Jones, as the executive producer of his album. Why? Or Seti Akolane Da Chiamano. We don't have that here. So all the music now, if you make music in Ghana and it does not become popular for somebody to call you to come and perform and take money, why are you not to? That's not how it's supposed to be. So we are saying that Gamro must go to the extra length of monitoring music on radio, making sure that all those things are in place. Because they don't monitor, they don't log. So you ask yourself, how does Gamro collect money from the radio stations? So when Gamro goes, they go and say, okay, Joy, cry, Shema, money pados, and 20,000. So when you take that 20,000, how do you distribute the money to the musicians? Now, Gamro says their members are 4,000. So they don't go to these radio stations with the names of their members. They go there to collect money on behalf of every Ghanaian musician. So those who are not members of Gamro, where are their monies? These are questions we've been asking. And then when you look at the Gamro, their financial report, the annual financial report, you could see that board members, their board is 12. You can see that board members expenditure 160,000 Ghana, 1.6 billion. We divide that by 12 people, saying. But then the highest money they've ever given to a musician, they say, is 3,000. The board members.
Is it 3,000 per week or
no
3,000 per annum?
Annum. 3,000 be at 6 months, so then 6 months. You understand? So when you think of all these things, you're definitely gonna ask questions. And it is not like people that are not people who can do it. There are a lot of people and companies in Ghana who can help streamline and structure the thing. But Gamro, they've built a firewall around them. They don't allow these things to work. And that is what we have been talking about. I belong to a group called the Alliance for Change. It's a group of musicians. And
I think Reggie
Zippy, Boli, Magdalene, Ochame Kofi, Edem, Hama, we're a lot. And so we are trying to, and one thing is that a lot of musicians in Ghana and creative people in Ghana are ignorant because it is not their fault, because the system they came to meet was that old archaic system. So people don't know that even when you make music, they're supposed to pay you and things like that. They don't know. So we are trying to, do advocacy, educate people. And let them know that this is how the system is supposed to be. Because we can't leave everything to Gamro for them to operate it the way they are operating it. Look, in the Gamro financial report, there is a place where they gave a task force 88,000 to go and collect money. They brought only 25,000. You understand? So, Ushema, all the monies they collect from the radio stations, and then government will add something they call blank levy. You understand? So these are the things that
how does this then work? Because sometimes you have a particular artist out with music that is a hit song. So obviously they get a lot of airplay.
Exactly.
Then you have some who don't release anything within that period.
Yes.
So when they're about sharing the funds, how is it done? Is it like, wow, because you're a member until you see a maubi, na do ye jumanu mumuno, ya peka krebi, and you're cushion maybe a bemani pane 3,000.
Okay.
And you did not work, but they still give you something. How does it really work?
In actuality, this is how it's supposed to work. Those who have their songs being played on radio, they are the ones who are supposed to get a chunk of the money. That is why the music must be logged, so that you can track.
You can track it.
How many times a song has been played. A lot of musicians who are old, they enjoy airplay even more than those of us who are still current. People like Dasibre Dramina, people like KK Fosu, Ufurian Ponsa. These are people that every time their music is on the radio. So you need to track all the songs, know how many times it was played. That's why when you go to the West, somebody may have done only one hit album, but we're comfortable. You understand? So we need to, because all the monies have been going the wrong way. There are a lot of members, people who are members of Gamra, they don't even have one song, even on radio. All they registered with was a demo. And all those people have been taking money. You understand? So these are the things that we have been talking about. That let's revamp the system.
Demo for money.
Yes, that's what happens. Uncle Rex, when I met him at Joy, he admitted that monies have been going to wrong hands. He admitted to it.
And there should be an audit then for them to put the structures in place.
Exactly. That is what we are saying. And even at this point, we have so many musicians in Ghana. Why would the Attorney General only give license to only one institution to do the collection? We need to have another, to make sure that...
So that the musician will decide
will have a choice.
Which group they want to belong.
Then the musician will know that, okay, this ball... so I want to go this way.
It's just like going to save with a bank.
Exactly. So we need to, because in this digital era, you can't even register your music online with Gamro. You have to go to the office. And this is what we have been saying, that we must go digital. We need to digitize the system, everything. Last month or so, Casper Nyove, South Africa, he posted his royalty and how many times his songs have been played on radio, on Twitter. You could see that on this radio, this day, this time, then the musician, you will even know how much money
you're making
coming to you, so that I will get to know that, okay, I realized that in Western region, my song was not played much. Then I know I need to do a lot of work in Western region. There. You understand? Then when it comes to awards, nobody will come and say it was controversial because there's a tracking system that shows data to back it. So all these things help in it's intertwined some way, somehow. But when you speak about these things, people get angry. Why do they get angry? If we want to digitize the system so that we will all enjoy the fruits of our labor, why should somebody get angry? This is what I have decided to do. We spend money. Stay, you are the wife of a legendary musician. You know these things. In Ghana, look, if an artist, when you go and look for money, you go and record a song, you try and promote it. You have to go and look for money again.
To reinvest.
There are no investors in Ghana because the systems and structures don't work. So the companies, the big companies now, they won't come here. When was the last time you heard the biggest Ghanaian musician has been to Oprah Winfrey or Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel or Larry King or Breakfast Club? Because those connections are with the major labels. So if you don't get signed to a major label,
you don't get it.
If you are managing me, can you pick a phone and call Oprah Winfrey and say, hey, Oprah, Dada Hafvo. You understand?
I get
but
you.
That is why Davido performed in the Coming to America sequel. Why? Yes, because the connection, the major labels make all these things happen. Like ferry, say your friend who gateway to Africa. Now you're local champions.
Hafco.
You understand?
Bomb.
No, but
it's the truth.
Yeah, it's the truth. But because look, we have, and the funny thing is, Ghanaian musicians are the greatest musicians in the world. You know why? True. No support, nothing. But we find our own way to make it happen. It is like bringing your car to a Ghanaian mechanic. Ghana, you manufacture car, but when you give your car to a mechanic, he finds ways around it to make the car move. That guy is great. What I say, who needs a lot of laurels, but it doesn't come like that. And a chunk of the people are ignorant. So even when you are championing the cause, people won't even come to support you because they think that you are making, Ghana, masa jai
Hafco, that was super brave. Thank you so much for coming. But before you leave, it's time for you to pick a card.
Okay.
Yeah, Hisense is giving you something to go home
with. Is this the Elijah horn?
Bet me, I sir.
I don't know what could tell.
Hey, oh, Frank, I don't know what could tell. Okay, thank you for coming. You take home a Hisense gas burner. So, Pedrian in one. Pedrian in where you grandma's boy.
Sorry. Anytime, yeah.
Na ben na uka so ojako meba be didi. Yamin shower so be pray. Na yemfa NC from Hasema na good. Well, this has been very interesting and extremely educational. So if you're a musician, know your rights and fight for them. I hope that with this conversation, those in charge of what needs to be done will sit up and get up and do the right thing. A very big thank you to our sponsors, Hisense, Yas Washing Powder and Yas Sanitary Pad, Hooch Corn and Choco Flakes, to GTP, La Palm Royal Beach Hotel, Jim Ray Estate, and of course, our Donko Original Hand Sanitizer. A very big thank you to all of you. And to my glam squad, Divine, Cassie, Yemi, and he's responsible for the styling of my hair. Yemi, you can find him at Style by Yemi. Tofile of ABS Collections, thank you very much. And to Inshilo for my wig extensions. It has been great, and I know next week we are going to have more fun. So make a date with us, same time, same place on Restoration. And always do remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. See you next week.
Welcome to the end of the tunnel. I see a bright light shining through, and it's just for you.